Hey everybody, it's Robert from Bike Sport Radio, and you know me as Robert. Anyways, anybody who's watching. I got a set of Cushcore liners, and let's see if I can show you this stuff here. And these are the XC models. They have downhill model, and they actually now have a gravel model. One of the things about them was that they're supposed to help protect the rim and tire, the rim from smashing in the rocks and whatnot. Offer a little bit of rim protection for running low pressures, but more importantly, they're actually supposed to help you with eliminating the variable of air pressures in tires to actually allow your suspension to tune better. So I'm actually installing these things. And I've watched every installation video on YouTube to figure them out. But I really love their instructions, and their instructions are actually pretty accurate. So if you really want to know how to install these things the right way, that's the way to do it. I really do love the last part of these instructions. This does come in every order of Cushcore. Step-by-step instructions, which a lot of these are actually pictures from the YouTube video. And there is a little more refinement on the YouTube video, so you can really watch the process. But I love the last part of this. It's kind of the funniest part. It says, please, before you try it your way, watch the video and try it our way. Believe it or not, a combination of things worked for it. But anyways, let's get back to what Cushcore is. So right now, I'm actually installing my front wheel. I'm not going to tell you how many times I had to do the rear wheel because I did it 2 times and actually 3 times. They tell you in the video, make sure you mount the tire the right way. And well, I mounted the tire backwards and I almost left it. However, I know what these tires do, so I made sure I ran it the right way. Secondly, taking them off is a little different, a little more challenging. Imagine just having a really tight rim tire combination. It's pretty much what it feels like. So just a little more maneuvering, getting the tire into the groove. So right now, here is my, and they also tell you to use a round trash can. I don't have a round trash can, so I'm using a rectangle one. So anyway, let's see if I can swap this around. Not sure if I can or not, but here we go. So as you can see right here, I've actually got, yes, the motorcycle's in the background. I've actually got the Cushcore inside there already. And now I'm actually going to start maneuvering this thing around. And basically what I do is, and I really can't do this without having the phone sit somewhere, but basically it's just a matter of taking the tire, squeezing it back and sliding it into the groove, and then going all the way around it. So you basically do one side, there I go out of frame. Basically do one side at a time. So you do this side and then flip it over and do the other side. And basically it's squeeze, roll. So squeeze the tire in, roll it, and rolls into the bead. Get it as low as you can into the relief valley, which is that lower part of the rim. You get it under the Cushcore. One more thing to do before you air it up, because I found out on the other tire. Center the Cushcore. Now right now, when you put it in, it's fairly centered. As you maneuver it around, move it around, it slides in the valley, and then it gets a little off center. So it throws your tire kind of wobbly. You let the air out, squeeze the core around, and it will actually recenter itself and mount up just fine. It does help bead this tire a lot faster too. You can do it with a hand pump. You don't need a compressor. And the next thing you're going to notice, or the next thing I'm going to do is once these got mounted up, I'm going to ride them. And I'm riding on used broken-in tires. So the process is actually a little bit easier to install them once the tires have some heat cycles and run through them. I'm talking motorcycle language, but basically as you run a tire, they actually do get warm as you ride them. So they kind of soften and stretch a bit. These tires I have right now are really nice broken-in tires. If these are newer tires, I think it'd be a little more difficult to install them, but I think the payoff's gonna be worth it. Being able to tune your suspension and everything is really important. Getting it dialed in so it's actually the suspension working and you're not relying on air in the tires. is one of the things. So you're getting consistency with that, and hopefully you get a better ride. A little more control, less tire roll. You can run lower pressures, save your rims, do the rocks. Things aren't cheap, so let's not crack or break rims. Anyways, the next time we'll talk about it is when I'm riding it. So take care, enjoy. And like I said, if I could set this thing up somewhere and you guys could watch me swear at these, just kidding. That's actually not that bad. So take a look at the Cushcore line, and they now have them for gravel bikes. So I'm thinking of getting a set for the gravel bike because I have smashed the rims into some pretty good sized rocks and cut up some tires. So hopefully this gives a little protection. All right, you guys have a great night and a great day. And whenever you tune in to watch the video, and tune in for more videos as I do more things. We're going to be doing more video. We still have the radio podcast going, so it's still at killradio.org or Radio for All. You can find the entire Bike Sport Radio podcast there. All right, have a great one. Take care, everybody.